here to do my March reading wrap up. I had read 8 books in total for the month of March, and I am excited to dive into talking about all these with you. I'm going to go over my stats for the month really quick. 8 books read, which estimates around 1,954 pages. Around 10 and a quarter hours listened to. Average rating is 7, which translate loosely into about like a 3-star, 3.5-star, I believe. Books acquired, a 1. Library books checked out or read, 3. Rereads, 2. DNFs, 1. Series started, 1. Diverse reads, 2. For the source of these books, 1 was an audiobook, 3 was an ebook for physical formats, 4 was graphic novels, and 4 were novels. For the audience, 7 were adult and 1 was YA. And genres, 1 contemporary, 2 fantasy, 1 historical, 1 horror, 2 humor, 1 nonfiction. I'm not going to bother going into the star ratings because I'll just go through them whenever I talk about these books. The first book being Sacred Lamb by Tim Steele. This is a horror graphic novel that kind of is another play of the final girls trope. These final girls are, it centers around a final girl that is a social media influencer, and it just follows her. This is a NetGalley book that I got for review. It's releasing in July, and I gave it 3 stars. The artwork was really good. I just don't think the final girl trope is my thing, because I read the final girl support group and didn't really care for it too much. Maybe I need to give it one more shot, maybe the 3rd time's the charm, but honestly, I wasn't too all that impressed with it, but overall it was a decent book. Another NetGalley arc that I got that will be releasing soon is Why Are You Like This by Meg Adams. This is a graphic novel that's a compilation of different comic strips that I've seen popped up over the years on the internet. So it's just a compilation of this, and I really love this book. I really related to a lot of the panels of it. A lot of it was stuff that me and Jordan really it resonated with us and how our relationship is. So I really loved it and gave this one 5 stars. I read also a NetGalley book. I'm doing pretty good with my NetGalley reads, especially when they're graphic novels, which is Paper Planes by Jenny Wood. This releases next month in May. I'm not too sure when in May, but this is a great coming of age YA graphic novel that follows 2 characters as they kind of tread water of where their relationship has gone wrong, and just seeing how the different waves of their friendship has gone over the years, and are due to a conflict that had happened in the past. This was really good. I gave it 4 stars. And the one DNF I had for the month of March was The Ruin of All Witches by Malcolm Gaskill. This just read too much like a textbook for me, and as much as I wanted to get into this book, the writing was too dry for me and it wasn't capturing my attention. I think I gave it about 25 to 50 pages, and it was just taking me way too long to read for those small amount of pages, so I decided to just call it and DNF it. Book 5, let's see, is Shadow in the Ember. Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and book 7 is A Light in the Flame as well. Shadow in the Ember was a reread for me, so I didn't bother rating that. With my rereads this year, I'm not going to bother rating them or changing the star ratings of them. I believe I originally gave this 4 stars and enjoyed it. And A Light in the Flame, I gave it 5 stars. It was such a roller coaster, and the ending really is what made it a 5-star read for me because of how intense it was, so I really enjoyed that. Book 7 is The Return of the Witch by Paula Braxton. This is book 2 in this duology, and I read it for my So Mote Be book club for March, not April. We had the live show on the 1st or the 2nd of April, so if you are interested in that discussion, you can go back and watch that. It was a discussion I had with my sister, and I really enjoyed it. I listened to this as an audiobook, and the narrator was really nice. I believe it was the same narrator as the first book, so I really enjoyed it, and I gave this 4 stars. It did lack a little bit in the plot for me, but overall it was really good. Okay, editing Sam here. It's the next day, and I'm trying to put together my clips, and I apparently had lost the last clip talking about the very last book and closing out this video, but the very last book I ended up reading for the month of March was The Cryptid Club by Sarah Anderson. She is the author of the Fangs graphic novel, and this is just talking about all the mythological creatures and the shenanigans that they get up to. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was definitely super cute, and I highly recommend. But yeah, those are all the books that I read for the month of March. Leave me a comment down below if you read any of these, and like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to keep up to date with any new videos I come up with in the future. And until then, you guys, bye.